Hey everyone, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur, coming at you tonight, which is Friday, July 22nd. Welcome to everyone here. And if you're new to IFYL, we'll notice there's a QR code at the top right. Use that phone, point to it, scan that QR code. It'll direct you over to my link tree with lots of great information for you to help you become a better version of yourself and others you care about so much. If you can't get there with the QR code on my hat, you can just go to Believe, Believe, MEACHIEVE.com. And click on that top link, John's Daily National Day video. Check out all the great stuff. You know, I film so much stuff that you're definitely going to want to check this out. There's a science channel, there's a motivational channel. Of course, there's the IFYL. There's so much great stuff. You're not going to want to miss it. So welcome to the new people that are coming. And every Friday, we end our set. We start on Saturday. We go 7 days. And welcome back to those people that have been following me for so long. I'm really grateful for those people that are following me here. And hopefully some of the new people will become loyal, just like all of you here. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for being part of IFYL. Our master topic, How to Understand Others, series episode 7. So series episode 7 is about what it is that you're doing. And so I want you to understand that we have to first understand others, right? Understanding others can be this big enigma, this very big challenge. But the moral of the story is if you take the time to get to know others, well, then I got news for you. They are going to want to get to know you. All right. But why is it that getting to know others can seem to be hard? Well, I think it's because a lot of people that want to get to know others are doing it for a false reason, superficial, right? Something that's not true. They're doing it for another reason that is not, let's say, very implicit. And so when you know this, what can happen is the person falls into this doldrum. And then you know what happens? You think you're doing something for the right reasons, but really you're not doing it for the right reasons. I mean, you're just not. And so if you think about that for a moment, then you'll understand why integrity is so important. Yes, I said integrity. Integrity. Integrity is something that is so amazing because with integrity, people get to know who you really, really are. I mean, that's the name of the game. So when you get to know others so well, that's what integrity is about. Okay? That's what integrity is about. But is integrity something that's good or bad? Well, I will tell you that it's good. But a lot of people don't think um, it's correct. But I'm here to tell you that it is integrity. Knowing what people want, right? Um, Knowing that it's about getting to do something the first time, right? Correctly. And so when you have integrity for someone, then I think the world changes a little bit. The world changes just a little bit. And so what does that mean? Well, I think what it means is that people in life always seem to go after what's easy, but it's not necessarily easy. See, when they do something for the wrong reasons, okay, that can become a huge, huge problem. I mean, a huge problem. How huge of a problem? A big problem. I think it comes down to the fact that a lot of people don't understand what integrity means. I don't think they understand what it means. If we think about what something means, right? I think the question comes down to why do people try to pull the wool over others? I think the reason is because they believe they're going to get something, right? They're going to get something. And they believe that if they do something, then they believe that people are going to be exactly, on track with them. But I have to tell you something. When we think about, you know, different types of things, I think the biggest problem that runs with anyone is how do you know if somebody has got integrity or not? How do you know? I mean, I'm just asking. And so when we think about integrity, I think the biggest thing is how do we know what integrity means? How? And people that don't have integrity are ones that generally are doing something to get ahead, but they don't care if they harm or hurt another person. So I've told you before, success is all about helping others, right? Because if you help enough people get what they want, guess what? Eventually, they're going to help you get what you want. Yeah, I'm saying that truthfully. Now, if you don't understand that, ladies and gentlemen, then how do you bond with somebody? How do you understand somebody if you're trying to beat them? Well, usually you can beat them once or twice, but then after that happens, they're going to be very leery with doing business with you, working with you, or even talking with you because they believe that everything coming out of your mouth is just lies. Generally, most people are going to tell the truth. And it's presumed that we trust the other person. If it's a very high deal, then there might be some things at stake. However, if we're not doing that, then I think the big issue should be how do we get in rapport with others? How? How do we get in rapport with other people? And I think the magic of that is understanding that it's about learning how to help the other person, learning how to listen, learning how to empathize. Also, being able to take off your shoes, proverbially, and step into their shoes for a moment. And when you do this, the world is going to change. You're like, how does that happen? It happens because you need to understand that when we see the world through another person's eyes, we'll get a completely different perspective of life. And we'll get some tips and even some guidance of how to do something because we didn't realize what it was going to be like. We didn't realize it. We did not realize what it was going to be like. But now we do realize what it's going to be like. And so when we think about that for a moment, it's going to open up some eyes for people. Moral of the story: be genuine in your approach, in your interest, okay? And make sure that you have open communication all the time. I don't care whether it's a staff member, whether you call an employee, whether it's a customer, client, or a prospective. Do things for the reason that's from your heart. That's what it's about. Do it from your heart. And if you could do it from your heart, then I believe that the world will be different for you. Different. Different for you because when you understand that people make decisions on emotions and feelings. A lot of people aspire to people's feelings and emotions, but you know what? They get what they want. However, they've done something that's bad or against the better interest of the other party. And when they do that, the other person doesn't wake up right away, but down the road, they're like, oh, shoot, I can't believe I fell into that trap. And you do because you're emotional, right? You might have heard the term, I think they call them ambulance chasers for attorneys. And if you're an attorney, my condolences to you. Basically, they would be right around when there is an emergency call, and they'd be right there trying to grab the business. That's wrong. If we do things with the intent and the purpose that's from our heart, then I know that it's going to make sense. It's going to make sense. And if it makes sense, then I know that it's going to have value, because you're not going to have something make sense if it doesn't have value. When something has value, people are going to listen. When they listen and it has value, they're going to take action. That sounds interesting. But so many people think, well, I don't need to have value. I don't need to do that. I can just prey on people's emotions all day. And when I prey on their emotions, I can get exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. But that's kind of a bad thing. Preying on somebody's emotions for the direct benefit of trying to get ahead without a win-win. You've heard me talk about this before. There has to be a win for the customer, the sales rep, and the company. All three people need to win. If one person does not win, somebody's going to be leaving the table unhappy and either not do business with you again, right? So understanding others is a choice that we need to make in life. If we become interested in others for the right reasons, then people are going to want to help us. Now, there might be people in the world that say, oh, gee, I want to do this. I want to do this for you. And talk is cheap. Okay. There's something I like to factor back. It's called ROI, return on investment. When we focus on an ROI, return on investment, whether it's staff, employees, we have to look at where we were before that member and where we are after. If we're no better after than where we were before, why do we even have that person working for us? Why? I don't know. I don't know. I think what I want you to understand is that Understanding others is not something you do once. It's something you have to make part of your regular mental diet. And it becomes a habit. And when that happens, other people are going to be like, huh, I got to talk to John. Or, hey, I got to talk to Mike. Because people can see that you are genuine, authentic, that you care about them just as much as you care about yourself. Now, yes, you want to make a profit, and I get that, but it's really about how you're going to make a difference in their life. People do things for two reasons in our life: to avoid pain and gain pleasure. That's why our hospitals are so busy. So people will do so many things to get out of pain, but they'll do less things to get into pleasure. That's interesting. So it comes down to people's mindsets and what they believe. So if you can get into the world of your client, of your perspective, of your staff member, employee, and you can see the world how they're seeing it, you might just realize that maybe you're not being fair, or maybe you're not doing things the right way because you didn't see it that way. Right? When there's teens, a lot of times they're not getting along with their parents, I say, you know what? Take off your shoes and put on your parents' shoes for a moment. And just think about what they would have to go through if the roles reversed. And although you may not agree with it, I want to ask yourself this one question. Would you have acted the same way if you had those same responsibilities under you and the roles were reversed? You know what 99% of people tell me? Yeah, John, I don't agree with it right now, but if I was my parents, I definitely would have acted the same way. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this evening, as it is every single evening. I hope that you enjoyed our master series of How to Understand Others, episode number 7. We have another great week coming up for you. I know you're really going to enjoy it, and I believe we even have a guest coming up sometime next week, if I'm not mistaken. So lots of great things happening here on IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. Remember to like, love, support my channel. Really grateful for that. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Comment below. What does it mean to understand others? And why do you need to understand others? What's the benefit of doing it for the good of all concerned? Or by taking a shortcut to get what's best for me and not for the other person? Be sure to share this out with everyone you know on social media, and then go to my YouTube channel, John Spacey, space Morley, space serial entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. Make the choice to buy my team and I a slice of delicious watermelon, a lemonade, or a tasty vanilla and chocolate soft cone. Whatever you choose to buy, we'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content that will get you off your butt and into action to live the life that you've been wanting to for your entire life. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great rest of your night. I'll be back tomorrow with episode number 1. Stay tuned. It's going to be an amazing episode, and I believe we have a guest coming up later next week, so take care.